A warm welcome back to Goal News, your ultimate hub for everything Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe's first year in the famous white of Real Madrid was always destined to be judged under the harshest of spotlights. After years of speculation, anticipation, and public debates surrounding his move to Spain, the French superstar finally made his long-awaited debut season at the Santiago Bernabeu. Now, the Ballon d'Or results have confirmed just how far his impact resonated in world football. The 2025 Ballon d'Or ceremony saw Mbappé emerge as the highest-ranked Real Madrid player among the nominees. Finishing 7th overall, he placed ahead of his fellow Galactico teammates Vinícius Júnior and Jude Bellingham, who came in at 16th and 23rd respectively. For Mbappé, it was a reminder of his individual brilliance, even in a campaign where collective triumphs eluded Los Blancos. His ranking came as a reflection of a record-breaking season. Despite a rocky start adapting to life in Madrid, Mbappé quickly grew into his role and set about rewriting history. By the end of the 2024-25 campaign, the French forward had amassed a staggering 44 goals across all competitions. Those numbers shattered debut scoring records previously held at the club and further cemented his reputation as one of football's great modern finishers. The journey, however, was not without setbacks. Real Madrid's season ended without a major piece of silverware, a disappointment for both players and supporters alike. Yet Mbappe's consistency and ability to deliver in front of goal were undeniable. His individual efforts brought him both the Pichichi Trophy as La Liga's top scorer and the European Golden Boot, crowning him as the most prolific striker on the continent for 2025. Such achievements made his Ballon d'Or nomination inevitable. For all the glamour surrounding the ceremony, Mbappé ultimately fell short of securing the Golden Ball itself. The award went instead to Ousmane Dembélé, whose performances across the year were deemed worthy of football's most prestigious individual honor. Mbappé, though, still walked away with the recognition of being among the game's very best. 7th place might not match the expectations some had placed upon him, but it represents a significant achievement in a transitional year. The French forward not only had to adapt to a new league and system but also to the pressure of being the face of Real Madrid's new sporting project. To still finish in the top 10 shows the immense respect he commands among journalists, coaches, and former players who cast their votes. Interestingly, Mbappe's placement came just behind several familiar names. Among those who ranked higher were his former Paris Saint-Germain teammates Achraf Hakimi and Vitinha. The Frenchman also trailed Rafinha, Mohamed Salah, and the teenage sensation Lamine Yamal. That cluster of talent highlights the competitive nature of this year's vote, where fine margins separated elite performers. What makes the result even more intriguing is the comparison with Mbappe's previous year. In 2024, during his final season at Paris Saint-Germain, he had finished 6th in the Ballon d'Or standings. To follow that up with 7th in his very first season at Madrid reflects a consistency at the top level that few players in the world can match. Still, the Frenchman will feel there is more to come. Mbappe's absence from the Ballon d'Or ceremony drew attention, as it did a year prior. His relationship with the organizers at France Football remains strained after a very public fallout, and once again, he opted to stay away from the gala event. In doing so, he kept the focus on his football rather than the spectacle, but the decision continues to generate discussion among supporters and pundits alike. Back in Madrid, the number 10 jersey is already synonymous with his name. Mbappé has embraced the responsibility that comes with the iconic shirt, worn by some of the club's greatest ever players. His first season may not have ended in team glory, but the Frenchman has laid the foundation for what could become an era-defining legacy in the Spanish capital. The challenge now is clear: to transform his individual success into collective achievements. Real Madrid have built their future around Mbappé, pairing him with other world-class talents in attack. With Xabi Alonso now guiding the team, there is a sense that the Frenchman could elevate both himself and the club to new heights in the seasons ahead. Supporters remain hopeful that the coming year could bring not only trophies but also a stronger Ballon d'Or case for their superstar. If Mbappé continues his trajectory, improves on his already staggering goal return, and leads Madrid deep into Europe, few would bet against him making a serious push for the 2026 edition of the award. For now, though, the Frenchman can reflect on a historic debut season in Spain. A 7th-place Ballon d'Or finish, a European Golden Boot, and the breaking of club scoring records form a platform from which to aim even higher. Kylian Mbappé has already left his mark on Madrid, but in his own eyes, the story is only just beginning.